Where are we? Where are we? Let's see. So we're live, put it on the chat. Hey everybody, so it's just a live, just while I'm waiting for somebody that's gonna come and fix the roof after all of those storms. I really wanted to catch up with everybody and just do a general reading for the rest of the week, just with the energies that we've been feeling after after the Easter weekend that was so intense for a lot of people, and in duality, great and not so great for lots of people. Hey Coyote, hey, much love to you, thank you, good afternoon. So yeah, it's just a general reading, a touchdown, touching of base with the energies that we've been feeling after that full moon, after the spring event, and see where we're at with the energies that, again, like I say, were intense, good and bad, depending on how you took them. And so yeah, mine actually were good, intense but good. Revelations actually that are not so easy to look at, and you could fall into disappointment, but then you choose not to. And you get to a point of, okay, I see what needs to be seen without fear. And so some of you might have been seeing in other people what needed to be seen, but the fear of seeing those things, especially in people that we care about, can cause that disappointment to sneak in and get under the skin. Now, if you can look at it and say, I need to be aware, I need to be, in order to be sovereign, I need to be able to observe without fear, and then discern without fear. So yeah, a lot of those energies for me over the weekend. So just in general, what are we looking at? What are we looking at for the rest of this week after the intense full moon energy that, just after speaking to a friend before, it was a very oneness energy. Again, you could take that for good or bad because of all of the, the religions falling on this certain weekend. We were discussing that and how that was representative of a oneness and not this compartmentalization of organized religion that has caused so much death, fear, and control, and is at the heart of what we're dealing with now. So in general, what are we looking at? What is the general guidance for the rest of this week after that full moon energy? So we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this would speak to a completion that didn't get completed. It's sort of still there for a lot of people. There's still more things to be able to see without fear. As I was saying before, this regards family, friends, close ones. Okay, the deck's not in reverse. No, it's not. Okay. So we've got the Lovers in reverse. So this speaks to family. In the upright, it would be balance. It would be wholeness. It's 10. It's a completion. 10 being a completion number throughout the cosmos. But it's upside down. And so there was a lot of energies that, like I was saying early on in the video, where bravery is needed to be able to see and discern what you're afraid to see, what you're afraid of most. There's still that 10, there's still that wholeness. So there's been a level of emotional completeness, but is it emotional completeness, or is it the illusion of that? Is there another path of wholeness for you that you just are too afraid to decide upon? Now, I say that because the Lovers card has come out in reverse also. So that's a major arcana. So in the upright, this would be, major decisions having been made in balance with the divine masculine, divine feminine within, but also outside of self within others. And it's been made for absolute, utter, complete and wholeness, peace, serenity, happiness, all of the above. But it's in reverse. And so the decisions that need to be made to take you to that path of wholeness emotionally are being avoided and being avoided like the plague. And so there's a fear of seeing what needs to be seen and deciding to go in a different direction. Okay, so 2 cards fly out. Okay, so the Death card, another major arcana, and 2 of Wands. So for the rest of this week, there is the advice first that, you know, to be brave, to be able to be making those decisions that ultimately lead to a path of wholeness that might look very different. It might take people out of the equation. It might add people to the equation, but there's to let go of the fear of making those decisions that you feel really led to make, just aren't quite brave enough to make them. The Death card comes up, and it's sort of like you've got this another major arcana. You've got this choice to let what needs to die and move away or change, transition. But this would be huge change with the Death card, to grow, but the ultimate is to let go. And so this is a clinging on energy for me, the 10 of Cups and the Lovers card in reverse, and the Death card is sort of coming in nevertheless. So it's whether you have this choice of the slow death that is coming anyway, or for you to be able to stand in your sovereignty upright and make the decisions that need to be made to lead to the path of wholeness emotionally. I think for a lot of people, it's going to be that avoidance energy and the energy of death, of time out, time up, is going to come in regardless, and is going to charge through, purify. And so there is really a choice here with this 2 of Wands here as the last card, where you have the world in your hands, but there are wider horizons to look at. And this would be, as far as Wands, where your passion really lies, where your passion really gets fired up, gets stoked up. We've got the 6 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So that does speak to victory this week, and to ride that wave of victory, of passion, of a lot of people not making these decisions with this Lovers card in reverse, and the 10 of Cups in reverse. Then the Death card and the 2 of Wands are afraid of their own greatness, afraid of their own sovereignty, you know, regarding what change, fear of change, fear of judgment, a lot of things that are being clung on to. Death doesn't cling on to things, it releases and lets go. And in order for these wider horizons to open up that you do feel really led to, passionate and fired and stoked up by, you need to be able to embody the Death card as having a lack of fear to make the decisions to ultimately change your reality. And it's pretty much all of the elements for me in these cards, because this is very much a Gemini energy, but there's also the Sagittarius energy, and that's like the duality of the opposites, isn't it, on the cosmic scale in the horoscope world. Yeah, but there's victory there, there's fire there, there's victory there. So interesting energies. Again, it's what you take of it, it's what you make of it, as always, but it's about really letting go of the fear of death. Now that might be physical death, not for many. I don't feel this reading resonates that at all, but it's more about letting go of death in general and allowing death to be what it is, in that it is a purifier, it is a leveler, it levels the field, it creates a path for newness, it creates a path for a transition, the ultimate transition being that physical death in this realm. But there are many more transitions of death every day throughout our lives, from a cellular level to a relationship level to a business level. to a reality level, and then the physical death level. There's lots of transitions that need to be embodied in order for us to really let go of the fear of death. And that would be the death of anything, because with death comes that newness, comes that ability to be able to grow. And the fire coming in there with the wands is very much a purifying energy too. So yeah, challenging, but it's only as challenging as you make it, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps whoever needs to hear that. What are you saying, Coyote? Holy shit, it's only me and you here. Do you want a card since we're here, and since I understand, because I haven't been able to get online very much lately at all. I absolutely feel that the energies were brought to me that were sort of like a vacuum capsule, you know, being kept in. 8 of Cups, Coyote. So 8 of Cups, it's emotions, it's Coyote. So we've got 8 of Wands coming in. There's so much message coming to you and available to you from Spirit, but there's sort of like this blocking off and a doubting of it. That quiet voice in your head that you hear, that you hear in certain words, or you just the visualizations that are coming in your head that don't feel quite like your own. But then there's this very human doubt coming in. But I feel that you're getting a lot of access to spirit, so-called spirit world, and other dimensions. It feels like you even might have been feeling another fractal of you in another dimension, which is pretty cool. But the infinite connection that should be there with that 8 of being able to communicate interdimensionally, you're blocking it off somehow. You've got a wall up there somehow. Now you've got another 8, 5. You've got 3 8s, Coyote. Come on. So this 8 of Cups is speaking to walking away emotionally from something that has been very challenging to walk away from. You felt like you've done a lot of that emotional healing, but you're still doing it on old ground, so to speak. So there's this energy of taking your raw self away and allowing yourself to be in a more sustainable and nourishing emotional field regarding those around you, regarding what fills you emotionally, and being brave to take that walk. Now the 8 of Swords comes out in reverse. That flew out, and so again, there's still here work yet to be done, and it feels like an interdimensional thing with you, with your consciousnesses actually making contact with each other. So trying to create that infinite wholeness loop of the interdimensional you. But I feel like you're actually feeling some of the energies that the other yous, as crazy as that sounds, but it's true, are trying to get through also. So you have a big job to do here today, and I'm glad I can be part of that guidance, because this is about your consciousness. And you see how she's bound up and sort of blinded with a blindfold, and these swords represent thoughts, words, air, consciousness, intelligence, intellect, wisdom, and so this is where you're bound up by certain streams of consciousness, certain ways of thinking. Still, I want you to get so strict, as if you're on like a purifying diet from a nutritionalist that you've paid $3,000 for. So you're going to do what they say. Literally about taking hold and ownership over your words, to be able to send that message of healing, of wholeness, of a more ascended consciousness interdimensionally through the other yous, to be able to make that healing and contact with that 8 of Wands. But I mean, 8, 8, 8, and the one that you can reverse is your thought process, or your words, the words that you use to describe yourself, the ways that you think about yourself. So the control is in your hands, which is a really good thing. Because you can do this letting go, you can do this letting go because of the recognition of the infinite and interdimensional you. Very powerful, but keep me up to date with what happens there regarding these messages in the Eight of Wands, because that's pretty interesting to me. How do you feel about that? Oh, good, it's spot on then. Hey, original Stormtrooper. Okay, I'll give you a card too because you could just come in. I've been off for so long, doing all sorts, plumbing, decorating, teas. It's been crazy energies. Oh, thank you, Coyote. Spot on. That's interesting, though. Let me know what comes of that. So the original Stormtrooper, you have got the King of Cups first and foremost. So this speaks to this emotional balance, but you're feeling the need to be emotionally reserved right now, and you're one of the one kings that shows both feet fully, without, you know, so that but still there's still half a foot covered. And so this is where you're having to cover some of your emotional knowings, your emotional needs. And that's not actually a bad thing, because it feels like you are either being challenged by this King of Wands, or you're trying to channel that energy through yourself, and it feels like almost the fire of the wands keeps getting put out by the waves of the cups, the emotions. And so this is where there's a balance that needs to take place in the divine masculine of you, where you're able to have fire on the water, to be able to find a way to fuel your flame through your water. Hydrogenized water coming through you for a lot for your health. Look into that. But this is where you're having to try and find this balance between passion and drive and emotional balance. Now, this feels like there's a lot of this challenges coming on the outside of you, because we've got the Three of Cups in reverse. And I feel like you've been sort of this onlooker of people, a lot of people maybe drinking or getting into other things with this celebratory energy. Even looking at the wider stage, you're this king energy that is noticing the fact that, you know, when we're allowed to do things again by the government, we shouldn't be celebrating and thanking them and saying celebrating. It's a reverse situation. It's not a balanced relationship. And so this is where, you know, you're having to find that balance emotionally to actually cut yourself back a little bit from the people around you, the groups around you, because you're having to cover your emotional balance. And actually that's a very kingly thing to do, and I would say the right thing to do. But it needs to go a step further, where you are able to turn your back. If you look at the layout of these cards, with this divine masculine, beautiful King of Wands, being able to turn your back on certain people, certain groups maybe, that are actually very much in reverse to your quite balanced and kingly energies, and taking your authority that way, because what you're witnessing or what you are made to be a part of regularly is imbalancing, it's upsetting, it's not whole, and you're feeling that very much so. Now the Queen of Cups in reverse on the bottom of the deck would say that, yeah, there's a lot of female energy here that might be very imbalanced, experiencing imbalance of hormones, where that is being challenging to a balanced relationship, whether that's friendship or relationship, or just in general, I don't know. But you have got a role to play here with this divine masculine energy of the kings, where regardless you maintain kingly energy, structured, authoritative, reserved, balanced, discerning, all of those things, very much so our advice for you to come in for. Oh, thank you, Stormtrooper. So I hope that helps you too. Really intense energies. It feels almost like after that full moon, like we've stepped into energetically a different amniotic fluid. It's not bad, it's not good, it's just very different energetically. You can feel it. And so there's this programming that needs to go on, this self-programming, to be able to take these energies and use them for your greatness, your wholeness. A lot of people are lacking in the understanding of sovereignty. So I feel like we've entered into these new energetic amniotic waters, and because people haven't practiced their sovereignty in their own right, in their own life, we're seeing a lot of people, like when they've got the opportunity to rewrite themselves, to reprogram, reboot, you know, they're not doing that. They're searching around, because a lot of other people have not got the understanding of sovereignty, and they want to take ownership and power and keep a lot of these people who are lost in this new energetic amniotic fluid are gravitating towards them. And for you, original Stormtrooper, coming back to you, that's something that you're witnessing on a greater scale, on a higher level than a lot of people. And it's the ability to just observe, because it is disappointing. It is a thing of, oh, here we go again. Here the loop goes again, of power and control. But it's about that letting go, to be able to just observe, because in understanding true sovereignty, as you do, original Stormtrooper, I can really feel that. You don't want to take ownership over other people. You don't want to say, don't go down that route. You can give advice, you can give your words of wisdom, but again, you've got to be very discerning in these energies of who you give those words of wisdom to, because you're speaking a different language to many people. You literally are speaking a different frequency. And so the frequency, although can come out of your mouth quite pure, from your words, from a good place, from a balanced place, they can be received by those who don't speak your frequency in a very distorted and disfigured way, and used in a very different way than you intended ever for those words to be used. So yeah, it's interesting energy. Oh, original Stormtrooper says, cool, my name means king. Well, step into your kingship. Yeah, 100% stick that crown on. Amazing. So I'll leave it there. Hey to you, Ashika. Oh, I can see you now. I must get those glasses. They're waiting for me to get them picked up, because I broke another pair. Hey to you, much love and wholeness to you. Paul from Newcastle. Oh, you're here too. Okay, one card for Paul from Newcastle, one card from for Ashika. How's it going? I've just been explaining earlier on in the video, Paul from Newcastle, the energies have been quite intense and quite difficult. My hands are battered and bruised. I've been plumbing, I've been having to decorate, the roof's getting fixed today. So, but then I've had great energies in between that, and a lot of inner work being done when I've been having to like break the body, doing that literal external work. So yeah, thank you for asking. April has been rough. I've gotten so much from it. Ashika, have been through, I feel like when my hands have been really sore and I've still been doing stuff, I feel like I've been working through some real deep, dark corners, and using the energies to do that. You're welcome, original Stormtrooper. So yeah, I'm not wasted at all. I've used them for good, but wow, I'm glad you said that too, because yeah, intense. And again, it's a take of it what you will energy. You feel so burnt out and you don't know why. I understand that absolutely. If you rewind the video a little bit later, just a few minutes before you came in, I was talking about we've stepped into this sort of new amniotic fluid, so to speak, of energy. And it's not bad, it's not good, it's just odd. And it's a recalibration of that, and a reprogramming and a rewriting of that again, of how we have communication and relationship in this new energy pool. And people are doing that for good and bad. And so I do feel like it's very intense, different energy. So I can understand why you feel you've broken your glasses too, Paul from Newcastle. I can understand why you feel burnt out. Absolutely. And I think just take care of you. Odd is the word, yeah. I feel May is going to be a good month. I was born in May. My mum was born in May. My brother was born in May. 2 cousins born in May, just a day before me. So yeah, May's going to be good. Demand of it. I demand it. So Paul, you've got the Judgment card. This major arcana would speak to a real calling, a real pull, and this is a magnetism with this horn here. There's a vibration coming out of it. It's causing the waters to move. It's stirring something within to move forward, and it is always more about being brave enough to step into your path and leave behind, be naked, and be able to leave behind things that do not serve, and discern to take forward what does serve you, and that you're feeling this frequency real strong. 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. That you feel like there's this block, there's this struggle. You've got this 9 of Wands, the realm of all possibilities, passionate about life, but there's this struggle, and it's like you can't grab the wands and wrap them up so they're neat so they can go over your shoulder. They're all splayed out and they're difficult to carry and move. So the Judgment card would speak to this realm is open to you, but it's about being brave enough to let go of the struggle, being brave enough to let go and go into change. The 10 of Swords in reverse would speak to there's a stream of consciousness within you that seems to have had just as many swords in its back as it can possibly take, and so there is this lying down and almost it is what it is type of energy. I want you to reverse that 10 of Swords back into the upright, to be able to say, no, this is where I transmute that stream of consciousness that reflects in my reality in this physical realm and in others, very much deliberately and finally. The Queen of Cups comes up at the bottom of the deck, and this would be about being guided towards a divine feminine energy in your life, but also incorporating the divine feminine within you, being brave enough to look at this cup, to covet it, to be able to see what emotional streams of consciousness can create this healing and this newness. And it feels maybe like you've written things off in your life a little bit regarding relationships wise or possibilities, and I don't want you to do that, because there's such a great path for you. There's such a pull for you to go in a very different direction to what you've been in. You're a Gemini too, original Stormtrooper. Yeah, birthdays in a row. I'm the 25th. My cousins are the 24th. My mum is the 29th and my brother's the 31st. Yeah. Good months. Okay, so we've got the Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Ishika, I hope I pronounced your name right. You're Pisces, that's like my daughter. She's in February. She's all the twos, 2202, 2000. So the Eight of Swords in reverse, and this would speak to if there's a level of blindness to, and this would speak to you feeling exhausted and not knowing why. There's streams of consciousness that do need to be looked at that you still feel bound up by. And this can be the words of others that you've absorbed over time. This can be then the words of yourself. Over self, and this would speak to having a level of nurture and kindness towards yourself to be able to be brave enough to take off that shield of not wanting to look with this blindfold here, and to be able to untie yourself from these streams of consciousness that it feels like there's an energetic attack around you. I've had that very much so over this last month, and previous to this last month, but over this last month, and it feels like there is a real, there's an energetic attack over you that feels very spiritual. It feels very much on a consciousness stream level in the ethers. Now, this Chariot in reverse major arcana would speak to that also, that it feels like you're under some kind of spiritual attack, which is having a reflection in your physical reality with this Ace of Cups and Ace of Pentacles in reverse. This Ace of Pentacles in reverse, though, is that like it's a blocking certain things in your reality that would create this abundance, this newness, this growth. And there is this block there, but that block is in spirit. And so the World card comes up for you, Ishika. And so that's two major arcanas. So it speaks of really going in and using this time to not be apologetic about feeling exhausted, but accept that that is a sign from your body and thank your body for that, that we really do need to go into spirit with you and challenge this imbalance wherever it is coming from, in order to reverse this Eight of Swords, to get off this thought merry-go-round that you feel like you've been in that is affecting your reality. Because what chose to come out with this, and it's got actually a splotch of plaster on from when I've been doing the work I've been describing, so take that, a perfect circle as well, like the pentacle, is that don't drop that pentacle. Go into nurturing self with your divine feminine, speaking words of kindness, of nourishment, of nurture over yourself in this physical reality, because it feels like there's a block here for a reason, in that there's greatness within you and a newness and a new stream of abundance available to you. But you need to get this Chariot in the upright and this Ace of Pentacles in order to be able to receive it and use it like this wonderful mother, businesswoman energy that this divine feminine Queen of Pentacles is. And so, yeah, I can see why you're exhausted. Your Chariot's in reverse, flying through the air, you know, going at a rate of knots. And there is this attack in the stream of spirituality, of the consciousness. And so that might be reflected also with some people around you in your physical reality, just saying. And that needs to be challenged and addressed. Okay, you, Grumpy. Missed you all. I've had such a time. You do absorb those energies, Ashika. Yeah, so it's time to stop. Just not stop because you can't stop, it's part of you, but you know, be the queen, be authoritative of what you don't squeeze out afterwards, being that empath, that sponge that absorbs things. Get into a routine daily of squeezing that sponge out, so to speak, to release what is not yours and transmute what is yours into something that you can use. David Castle, much love to you, brother. Oh, well, Grumpy, I'm not going to stay on too long because I've got somebody coming to fix the roof today, hopefully. So I just wanted to get on and see you all and make connection because of the energies that are showing up really after that full moon. Pretty intense, and to just start getting that content out again. I need everybody's help to share stuff, to put it out there. As always, thank you. But I'm going to start asking more. How's business going for you, Grumpy? We need to get that reading done. Can I just quickly tell you, Grumpy, what does that mean? David Castle. Oh, yeah, original. It would be great if you were coming to fix it. I don't know. Up and down for business. Honestly, there's been so much to do, but I've done plumbing, plastering, tiling, obviously foraging, gardening for the teas, just being in this energetic force vacuum. Not easy. So Grumpy, up and down. Can I say what I saw for you just the other day, actually? And at first you might say, oh, too much work, but there's some schools or nurseries around you that, you know, old tires. I saw you very much so, and I don't even know if I saw your physical name on Wayne's channel or something that's prompted it, but I know I saw you, and it was more about you painting these old tires in funky colors. And it was a real way of advertising the business, because I saw you donating these funky colored tires for planters at the school, for, you know, the hopscotch, putting them in a diagonal, like a zigzag line, being able to have your signature on, have your getting parents to know about you. Parents are the best gossips at school, so, you know, getting parents to know about you in a good way, because you're grumpy, you know, you provide for the kids, and so this would really work as a putting out something beautiful for children in planters and swings, things like that. I think this might be the roofer. No, it's not. But being able to promote your business and get word of mouth out there. So yeah, we need good intergalactic friends. David Castle, are you not going anywhere yet? We need you. We need you. Don't jump on that ship just yet. If you do swing by here, just make a stop. Tell them that's non-negotiable. So yeah, Grumpy, we are connected. I was thinking about donating the tires so they could build a rubber track for the school. And I am starting to make stuff like furniture out of old tires. That is fantastic, because that's exactly what I saw you and it really pushing the advertising stream of reuse, not waste, you know, eco-friendly, planet-friendly, business friendly, in that you're going to reuse them. Now, one great thing would be, as you've just said, that I've seen in my head, you know, the tires and then sticking shelves in the middle. I would buy those for the boys, you know, a tire on the wall with shelves in that you can stick the little figurines in, action figures in, or cars in. That would be fantastic, and it would just cost you next to nothing to get some pallet wood, if not nothing, and stick like 3 shelves in a tire. That would be fantastic. Yeah, coffee table would be great, you know, just with the wood inlaid just inside the tire. coffee table would be great, bedside table. Those kinds of things are really going to push you a step ahead of the competition within your business, in that you can really push what's hot right now. You know, the people want to do reuse, they want to do upscale, they want to do refurbish, because they want to be kind to the planet. So you doing that would actually get you in that stream of advertising, but also in the stream of advertising if you're a big handyman. You create great things. You could sell them for a fortune, but you could sell them for just a real good moderate price that was, you know, could create a lot of abundance, especially on the likes of Etsy and whatnot. And it all brings that advertisement back to the place of work where you're doing the new tires. I'm just reading David Castle. He offered to share a smoke with them. I think he's talking about his intergalactic friends. They only react when I put a laser pointer at them. Send orbs to check it out. 2 were very low. Sunday got a video footage. Find me on Messenger. Which Messenger? All right. Yeah, send it to my Facebook Messenger. Yeah, send it there for sure. Amazing. Nice one. So that was for you, Grumpy, too. So I'm really glad you've been getting that same message for you that I was getting. I'm really excited to see your creations. You could pick up, you know, old little coffee tables from secondhand shops and push it up into the tire, bit of varnish. You've got like this shabby chic, what's the word? Shabby chic stroke industrial furniture. Very hot, always hot. People always want it. You could be selling it to damn showrooms, car showrooms. This is a real stream of abundance that I want you to go after, that is going to give you free advertising, basically, of the actual tire place. Oh, thank you, Grumpy. Well, you have an abundant and wonderful day. I'm calling in abundance for me and mine. I'm calling in abundance for all of us. And balance and wholeness, of course. But there is nothing wrong with enjoying our time here in this realm and the systems that we're under. We all need abundance to do that and make change. So I call that in. I'm not all make it mild, and you know, I've done enough of that. Calling it in. Sheena Monday. Oh, I'm so glad I saw you just before I go though. Machina Monday. Hello, Jennifer. Love and light. Peace to the people. Peace. Peace to the people. That's a lovely way to go. So much love, balance and wholeness. Mwah. Share this out. It's just a video for the energies of this week after that full moon, intense energies and a reconnection and I'm still alive video to say that we need to get something regular going, but I've been putting in the work in order to do that. And it's just me doing it. So, you know, it took some time. Favor to everyone, Coyote says. Yes, favor to everyone. You go get ready, Grumpy. Have a fantastic day. Hear my words in your mind all day that you are a wonderful being and we are privileged to have you and know you, and you walk in favor and abundance is just magnetized towards you with every step you take today. Love to you too. Says love you all. Thank you, David. Okay, love you, brother. Much love, abundance and favor to all from Original Stormtrooper. You are amazing, all of you. Mwah. Couldn't do anything without you. Really appreciate you all.